Welcome in the second episode of this console design series. In the first episode, we created the outer shape of a console aligned with pictures, and we added the main parts in this assembly with Xshape and xDesign applications from the roles 3D Creator and 3D Sculptor on 3DEXPERIENCE platform from Dassault Systèmes. In this episode, we will continue modeling the console to add ventilation system and the connector plate. The air will enter between side covers here and will be expelled at the back of the console. Connectors are also on the back, so we will design a plate to hold them. First, we create a fillet on the box with 3 mouse clicks, so we can build some grooves on each side of the box with cut sweep features. I create the sweep sketch directly on the bottom of the box, so it cuts all the material needed during the sweep. Notice how the sketch colors change based on sketch constraints. However, it doesn't remove enough material at the end, so I just ask xDesign to extend the sweep by a value or a percentage. Of course, I do the same on the other side, as the part is not symmetrical. I also need to extend the sweep by a value. Sweeps have followed a curve in 3D, and these curves have a torsion. So the sweeps have a torsion too. Fortunately, we can add a twist angle to compensate with the curves, so the grooves are aligned correctly. Of course, this part is made of plastics, so it needs fillets to create an accurate mold. Tangency helps selecting all edges needed at once. We check the model is correct with side covers. We can continue. This kind of console produces a lot of heat, so it needs cooling, and ventilation is important to dissipate this heat. We will start with back vents with this sketch. Cooling is critical, so we position the sketch on the box with precise values. This way, we can have the right ventilation system for the console. We also shell the box before removing any material, so we can have nice shapes in the grooves. We can cut and pattern to create the right number of vents with the right size for efficient cooling. The cooling system has been designed for efficiency first, but it also has a nice look. We can create a boss that will host all connectors available on the back of this console. We start with a simple sketch aligned with the rest of the shape. We add some dimensions. And we extrude up to the thickness in the right direction thanks to the preview. We are done with ventilation output, so we can switch to the front where air input is located. We will pattern surfaces, and for that we need 2 sketches. One for the pattern direction, made of a quarter circle. As you can see, I can define it precisely with dimensions. And one for the shape to pattern, made of a single line. We will create a surface with this line. Before patterning, we will separate the model to limit the influence of the cut. To do that, we take faces on the model to create a cut tool. Please notice how convenient it is to select only faces to extrude the surface from the border. No extra time creating sketches or selecting all outer edges. And this ability to extrude non-flat faces without sketches is a great time saver, as it also works with solid extrusions. Once the model is separated in 2 by the surface, we can create the surface to pattern. To do that, we extrude the line into a surface, both sides, and we pattern it along the quarter circle. At this moment, we have all the tools for the final cut. We just have to ask xDesign to thicken each surface and cut the model with them in the same feature. Of course, we will limit the cut on the small part we separated just before to preserve the rest of the model. As said before, the model is not symmetrical, so I fast forward to do the same operation on the other side with the exact same process. Outside shape is complete. we finish with colors to finalize the model of this console. The result seems okay, we can leverage it in the next episodes. In this episode, we created the ventilation system on the console using sweeps, patterns, and multi-body operations. With xDesign part of the role 3D Creator on 3DEXPERIENCE platform, you've got all the tools you need not only for simple parts, but also for complex shapes, anytime, anywhere, and on any device. In the next episode, we will prepare a photorealistic rendering of this model using Xstudio app from the role 3D Render on 3DEXPERIENCE platform from Dassault Systèmes. Thanks for watching and see you in the next episode.